Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Geography with Joy. This is Suvalakshmi back again with another interesting topic on energy resources. Friends, we are discussing about conventional sources of energy and today we will have exclusive discussion on petroleum. I hope you are enjoying my previous videos and getting benefited too. Please write in the comment box if you have any query. And of course, don't forget to subscribe my channel and like and share my videos. Then, without much delay, let's start the discussion today. Today's topic for discussion is on petroleum. And the outline of the topic is Introduction to the topic, what is petroleum, its uses, distribution of petroleum, both onshore and offshore fields, and at the end, advantages and disadvantages of using petroleum. And this is how we go. Petroleum. Petroleum, in its crude form, is a viscous, yellowish black, inflammable liquid. The word petroleum has been derived from the two words petra, which means rock, and oleum, which means oil. Thus, petroleum means rock oil. It is a complex mixture of hydrocarbon compounds which constitute 90 to 95% of petroleum, and the remaining is chiefly compounds containing oxygen, nitrogen, and sulfur. It is also called as liquid gold. Petroleum is found in underground reservoirs, in sedimentary rock formations like sandstone, shale, and limestone. Hence, it is also called as mineral oil. In some wells, crude oil is found along with natural gas and water. Look at this. This is crude oil. The name petroleum covers both naturally occurring unprocessed crude oil and petroleum products that are made up of refined crude oil. A fossil fuel, petroleum is formed when large quantities of dead organisms, mostly zooplankton and algae, are buried underneath sedimentary rock and subjected to both intense heat and pressure. Uses of petroleum. Petroleum is an essential source of energy for all internal combustion engines in automobiles, railways, and aircrafts. It can be easily transported from the producing areas to the consuming areas with the help of tankers and more conveniently by pipelines. It is the main source of many products like petrol, kerosene and diesel oil, paraffin wax, Vaseline, benzene, tar, soaps, etc. It is used for making paints, medicines, plastics, fertilizers, rubber, cosmetics, perfumes, etc. It is the most important raw material for chemical industries also. Some popular products made from petroleum are wax, ink, vitamin capsule, denture adhesive, toilet seats, upholstery, CDs, putty, guitar strings, crayons, pillows, artificial turf, hair coloring, deodorant, lipstick, heart valves, anesthetic Scottition, aspirin, etc. Derived from petroleum, lubricants are used in many types of machines in almost all the industries. It has many domestic uses. Many household products such as detergent, wax, and others are derived from petroleum. In many countries, kerosene is still used for cooking, lighting, and other domestic purposes. It is used as a raw material for various petrochemical products. Now, let's learn about distribution of petroleum in India. In India, people got to know about the existence of petroleum during the construction of railway tracks in Assam. The first oil well was dug near Naharpur in 1866, but no oil was obtained there. On 26 March 1867, the oil was first discovered at Makum. There was oil, but it was not a financially viable well and it was soon shut down. After more exploration, oil was discovered in Digboy in 1889. It is known as well number 1 or discovery well. It was the first commercially viable well in Asia. Look at this. This is Digboy Oil Refinery. After the establishment of the first well at Digboy, the systematic drilling began in 1891, and in 1901, Asia's first oil refinery was set in. In the meantime, the AOC, Assam Oil Company, was formed in 1899 to look after the running of the oil business in this area. Today, though the production is very low, Digboy still has the distinction of being the world's oldest continuously producing oil field. Digboy oil field is not another oil field but an oil museum with a history to be proud of. Now, let's come to the main part. The entire oil production of India so far comes mainly from three belts. They are the Assam-Arakan belt, the Gujarat-Cambay belt, and the Mumbai High offshore zone. Oil fields of India are of two types. They are onshore oil fields and offshore oil fields. In order of importance, the main areas of oil deposits are offshore sea at Mumbai High, Basin and Aliabad, Digboy, Naharkatia, Moran, Sibsagar, Rudrasagar and Nunmati in Assam, Ankleshwar, Koyali, Kalol and Nabgaon in Gujarat. Other states are Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Tripura and Nagaland. Now let's discuss about offshore and onshore oil fields little more elaborately. We will start with Mumbai High, the offshore oil field. It is the most productive oil field in India and has a reserve of 5 crore tons of oil. Mumbai High is an offshore oil field 176 km off the west coast of Mumbai in Gulf of Cambay region in about 75 meters of water. The oil operations are run by India's Oil and Natural Gas Corporation ONGC. It was struck in 1974. Mumbai High is so called because of the height of the syncline of the rock structure in which the oil has been struck. It is higher than the normal height and oil is taken from the depth of over 1400 meters with the help of a specially designed platform known as Sagar Samrat. Look at this picture. This is Mumbai High. The discovery of Mumbai High has revolutionized the oil production in India. The share of Mumbai High in the total oil production of India has shot up considerably. This area produced 85 lakh tons of oil in 1982, which rose to over 189 lakh tons or over 62% of all India in 1991-92. And this is the Sagar Samrat. Sagar Samrat is a self-propelled jack-up type of drilling platform. It is a drill ship, a Martian vessel designed for use in exploratory offshore drilling of new oil and gas wells or for scientific drilling purposes. It was the first rig that drilled the first well offshore in 1974 and commenced production in 1976. It has a drilling depth of 18,000 feet and ONGC has plans to convert the rig to take over oil production duties, replacing Mumbai High North platform. Coming to onshore oil fields, we will start with northeastern India. In Assam, it is found at Digboi. It is the oldest oil field in Asia. We had already discussed about Digboi oil field and oil refinery in our previous slide. Other oil fields in Assam are Naharkatia, Moran, Rudrasagar, Geleki, Lakwa, Hugrijan, Amguri, Bappapung, Hasangpung, etc. Oil fields of Assam are relatively inaccessible and are distantly located from the main consuming areas. Oil from Assam is therefore refined mostly in the refineries located at Digboi, Guwahati, Bongaigaon, Barauni and Numaligarh. Other states in the northeastern India are: in Arunachal Pradesh, it is found at Nigrev oil fields near Kharsang in Tirap district, at Manabhum and Charale. In Nagaland, it is found at Borballa on the border between Nagaland and Assam. And in Tripura, it is found at Mamunbhanga, Ampi Bazar and Amarpur Dambura areas. Onshore oil fields of Western India. In Gujarat, it is found at Ankaleshwar. It is the largest and the oldest oil field in Gujarat. The well was dug in 1960. The oil well was named as Vasudhara. Other oil fields in Gujarat are Kalol, Nawagam, Kosamba, Kathana, Dholaka, Mehsana, Kari, Ahmedabad and Sanan fields. In Rajasthan, it is found at Bannar district. It is one of the largest onshore oil discoveries made in 2004. Other two important discoveries are Saraswati and Rajeshwari, with a total 35 million tons of in-place oil reserves. In southern India, the basin and delta regions of the Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri rivers hold great potential for oil and gas production. As such, these are both onshore and offshore areas where extensive exploration has been conducted during the last few years. Here, the Rawa field is an offshore oil field, whereas Narimanam and Kavilappal are onshore oil fields. The Rawa field in Krishna Godavari offshore basin is expected to produce 1 to 3 million tons of crude oil annually. India's National Geographical Research Institute NGRI has identified hydrate gas reserves along the eastern coast. Besides these oil fields, a number of potential oil-bearing fields have been discovered in the states of Punjab, West Bengal, Jammu and Kashmir, and also in Andaman Islands, Satpura Range, and Vindhya Range. Oil refineries. Crude oil derived from earth needs refining. Hence, it is sent to refineries through pipelines. An oil refinery is an industrial process plant where crude oil is processed and refined into useful petroleum products. Crude oil is refined and processed in refineries to produce light distillates like gasoline, LPG, and naphtha, middle distillates like diesel and kerosene, and heavy distillates like lubricating oil, bitumen, coke, etc. In India, most of the refineries are in public sector. At present, there are 18 public sector oil refineries with 5 in private and or joint sector. Look at this refinery. This is the Reliance Petroleum Limited at Jamnagar in Gujarat. It was the first refinery in the private sector. Most of the refineries are located near the oil field or near the coast to minimize the cost of transport and to avoid the risk of transporting the oil inside the country due to its inflammable nature. And this is Bharat Petroleum. Kochi Crude Oil Refinery in Kerala, operated by fuel retailer Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited (BPCL), has completed its expansion project to become the largest public sector refinery in the country, surpassing the capacity of Paradip and Panipat refineries operated by the largest retailer, Indian Oil Corporation or IOC. Now, let's discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of petroleum. First, the advantages. Petroleum can be extracted easily. Modern technologies for extracting oil beneath the ocean surface or with special climatic condition. It has high density. The average 1 kilogram of burnt oil can generate up to 10,000 kilocalories. It means that for only small amount of petroleum can generate a substantial amount of energy. It can be extracted at low cost. It enhances infrastructural development. It provides a stable energy resource. It can be transported easily over long distances through pipes or vehicles as it is in liquid form. It is used as fuel. By providing lubricant and a compact and convenient fuel, petroleum plays a major role in transportation on land, on sea, and in the air. Petroleum, after refining, is used for production of various petrochemical products like synthetic rubber, synthetic fiber, PVC, phenol, gasoline, carbon black, printing ink, film photography, cosmetics, paints, varnishes, lubricating oil, and paraffin wax. Petroleum is used for power generation. Now have a look at the disadvantages as well. Petroleum is a natural fossil fuel and non-renewable, so its availability is limited. With ever-increasing demand, petroleum resources are fast depleting. The refinement process of petroleum can be toxic. Extracting and burning Petroleum generates greenhouse gases that contribute environmental pollution and global warming. Petroleum can be a trigger for acid rain. Its costs are quite high because of its limited supply and high demand. It is highly inflammable and can cause fire. It is a commodity that is exploited for political purposes. Look at this picture. There is an agreement going on between two countries over petroleum. The value of petroleum makes it a resource that every side of the political spectrum rainbow attempts to exploit. Nations go to war over petroleum resources. Terrorists attempt to sabotage petroleum networks. Dictators can take control over a nation's resources, amass a billion and trillions in funds, and then use that value to violently suppress people. During extraction from sea or transportation, if oil spills in water, it can pollute the water and cause death of number of marine animals. Under high temperature, it can ignite, leading to explosion. Have a look at these pictures in the right side. This is the oil spill on seawater, creating a hazardous pollution and giving a threat to the marine life. And this is a huge explosion on an oil tanker. And that's all for today. I hope you have gone through my video completely and understood the concept very clearly. Our journey will continue with a discussion for other sources of conventional and non-conventional energy resources. Stay connected. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and like and share my video. Thanks for watching. See you again with another interesting topic. Till then, take care and have a good day.